Hello and welcome. Today, we are diving into one of the most important tools in the English language, the past simple tense. It's how we tell stories, share what we did yesterday, or even just 5 minutes ago. So let's get right into it. So let me just ask you a quick question. What did you do yesterday? Seriously, think about it. Did you watch a show, call a friend, cook dinner? Whatever you did, the words you'd use to tell me about it are exactly what we're going to master today. You see, to answer that question, or to talk about anything that's already finished, whether it was last week, last year, or last Tuesday, you need this one essential tense. It's pretty much the key to talking about your life in English. So, what is it exactly? Well, the official definition is right here. It's for an action that is completed and it happened at a specific time in the past. Those are the two big ideas to hold on to. It started, it finished, it's over. That's the past simple in a nutshell. Okay, so we know what it is. Now for the fun part. How do we actually build it? How do we form these sentences? The good news is, for the most part, it's actually pretty simple. For most of the verbs in English, the ones we call regular verbs, the rule couldn't be easier. You just tack on ed to the end. That's it. So work becomes worked, wash becomes washed, call becomes called. It's a really nice, predictable pattern. But, English just loves to break its own rules, and that's where irregular verbs come in. On the left, you've got our nice, well-behaved regular verbs. But on the right, those are the rebels. They don't follow the ed rule at all. They just change into a totally new word. Go becomes went. See becomes saw. These guys, you just kind of have to memorize them over time. So, making a positive statement is pretty clear. But what if you want to say something didn't happen? Or what if you want to ask if something happened? Well, for that, we need to call in a little helper. And that magical helper word is did. Just look at this table. For a negative sentence, we use didn't. For a question, we pop did right at the beginning. But here's the crucial part, and I mean really crucial. Look what happens to the main verb. It goes right back to its original form. You don't say he didn't called. Nope. You say he didn't call. The word did takes care of all the past tense stuff for you. All right, we've got the basic structure down. Now, let's get practical. When do you actually use this in real life? What are the main situations where you'll need the past simple? The number one reason, the big one, is for a single action that is completely done and dusted. I saw a movie yesterday. The movie is over. Last year, I traveled to Japan. That trip is finished. This is the most common way you'll see and use the past simple, for sure. This is where the past simple really shines as a storytelling tool. You can use it to list a bunch of actions in the order they happened. It's like setting up dominoes. First, I finished work. Then I walked to the beach. And then I found a place to swim. It creates a really clear step-by-step story. You can also use it to talk about past habits or things that were true for a while but aren't anymore. Maybe you don't study French now. Maybe he actually loves tomatoes these days. The past simple puts these things firmly in the past, often with a suggestion that things are different now. Okay, let's move on to something super helpful. Let's talk about the common traps, the little mistakes that are so easy to make. Knowing these will really help your English sound much more natural. Take a look at this sentence up here. He didn't said he would be home. I hear this kind of mistake all the time. Can you see what's wrong with it? Think back to our little helper verb. And here it is. This is the golden rule, you guys. After you use did or didn't, the main verb has to go back to its original base form. So it's not didn't said, it's didn't say. It's not did you went, it's did you go. Nail this one rule and you will sound so much more fluent. Now for a tricky one. This next question confuses a lot of people, even people who have been speaking English for a while. Based on the rule we just learned, you'd think what did happen would be correct, right? But it's not. So what's going on here? Well, the secret is all about the subject of the question. In a sentence like, what happened? The word what is the subject. It's the thing that's doing the action. And when the question word, like who or what, is the subject, you don't need to use did. That's why we say who called you, not who did call you. Whew, okay. That was a lot of information, but the best way to learn this stuff isn't just listening, it's doing. So let's do a quick practice question to see if it's all sinking in. Here we go. The sentence is, they, blank, a direct flight to Las Vegas yesterday. The big clue word in there, of course, is yesterday, a specific finish time in the past. And your choices are book, booked, or booking. Which one do you think is correct? I'll give you a second. And the correct answer is booked. If you've got that one right, fantastic job. It's a regular verb, the action was completed yesterday, so we just add ed, a perfect use of the past simple. So if you forget everything else, just remember this one thing. The past simple is all about actions that are completely 100% finished. They are in the past. They are done. And now, to really lock it in, it is your turn. I want you to answer this question. What is one interesting thing you did last week? Go ahead and say it out loud. Using the language is the absolute best way to make it stick. Thanks so much for joining me today, and keep practicing.